All right, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody is doing well today. We have some high impact news going on right now, so I am not trading at the moment. And I actually just realized that I forgot to reprint something, so hopefully I can do that quickly. I'll be right back. Good morning, Rand. I'm just dropping stuff everywhere. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you've been doing well trading this morning, and I hope you continue to. I should actually be in that buy. It took off on me. I knew I was going to get back late. I had a feeling. All right, so that's where my P&L is so far this morning. I have missed 2 trades. One literally just now, this buy right here. And then I also missed another trade this morning. I was going to do the daily recap yesterday, and it's been so long since I've had to record like a sit down video that I was just like, I think I recorded that thing like 6 times and was like, no, we'll just retry tomorrow. It's been so long. I have another channel that has like 18,000 subscribers on it that I have not posted on in God knows how long. And I really just want this to be my main focus, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah. So, thus far this morning, I've been doing pretty well. I think I lost 1 trade so far. There's where my P&L is. And like I said, I'm missing 2 wins out of that. So, that's another $230 some. So, I should be up $600 per account right now. But the biggest goal right now is just recovering from yesterday. I did spend time yesterday going through, my trade journal, both the online one and my physical journal. And I had already acknowledged that there were 2 trades that I was not supposed to be in. There was actually a third one as well. So with me being down like I would say an average of about $450 per account yesterday, had I hold on, y'all, let me take this call. Good morning. Okay, sorry about that. Um, where was I? Oh yeah. So with me being down an average of 450 per account, when you take into account that there are three losses in there that shouldn't be, and the fact that I missed a couple of wins, I was good money yesterday. I would have, I think when I calculated, I would have come out, I think like 150 in profit per account. I wouldn't say I missed this trade, but I definitely could have got into this particular buy right here. It would have come like literally one tick from my take profit. I mean, from my stop loss, and then went to take profit. I'm still not I wouldn't say confident, but the way that it rotated off of the mid VWAP line, I was like, it still works, but you could see it's kind of risky. It literally came the one tick away and just took off from there. But it's all good. We have more news. Oh, that one doesn't count. I was gonna say, what is up? 7.99. Nope. Yeah, so this is where we're at. How many times? Trying to see if we can get a push up here. I don't think the support level can hold it. Nope. All good. We did bounce from the mid VWAP level right there, so all good, all good. Yeah, so I'm just ready to see what the day brings. I pulled the second account to not be so close to that trailing drawdown. It was at like 240 away this morning when I first started. So that was a thing. See if we can get another bounce up. Just hoping we could stay green for the day. Oh yeah, I did add the support and resistance levels back to my chart. I had took them off some months ago, but and the only one that I was keeping on my chart was like that mid pivot level. Um all right, so we just changed to a downtrend just now. But yeah, so instead of me only having the mid pivot level on my chart, the one that I know I can't trade off of, I just wanted to throw the support and resistance levels back on. It doesn't really affect my trading much unless like my entry bar and the previous swing reversal bar, if they rotate over the level, it changes things just a little bit. But aside from that, it doesn't change much. $550, $689, $550. Excuse me. Guess I'll go from 550. So it looks like I've taken 6 trades so far, 4 wins and 2 losses. We are pushing to new lows in the session. I hate how that looks on time-based candles. The way the arrows attached to the new low looks weird because it's not smooth. What did I say that was? 550. Let me make sure. And always forget to hold on. I gotta open up my Rhythmic. I always forget to keep it open, but you never know when you might need to use it to flatten. All right, we just hit this support level. Uh-oh. What the heck was that? This second account, I think that's the one that renews on the 9th. So next Tuesday. So depending on where that account is on Friday will determine how I trade that on Monday. Excuse me. Because it needs to go up like $1,000 in order for me to have all of the threshold back. So we'll see. What was 503? Some more. Oh, I just realized that loss that I just took was not, that was an invalid trade. There's like one variable of that particular setup that I always forget, which I'm learning, so. Oh, actually, it wasn't invalid. I just lied. Nope, it's fine. All right. Man, there's so much volume right here. That was a pretty big push down. That was like 17,000 in volume, pushing it down like that. And that full swing down. What's it, 917? All right, and then there's no more news today until the FOMC meeting minutes, which I will be long gone by then. Out of this market. Make sure my friends didn't message me. All right, kind of stalled out around this support level and new session lows. This is like the last support level. I use the Ninja Fame Super Pivot. There's not a lot of support and resistance and supply and demand indicators out there, especially not for free. I've searched high and low, and the few that I had that were free, I wasn't a fan of. I didn't like how it painted on the charts, especially using Rinkos. A lot of them don't even work well if you use Rinkos, which is weird, but this one works perfectly fine. A lot of Ninja indicators work really well with Rinkos. All right, so 674. In order for me to get into a sell, I needed to pull back here, which it didn't get all the way back there just yet. It needs to get to like 75.50. Well, yeah, 75.75 maybe. And then I could start looking into sales. But then when it gets back there, it's going to have to stall a little bit too, so just a tad. I can say that even when the market was moving extremely fast, when the market opened earlier, I was able to still execute pretty well. Like I said, I think, what am I missing? 3 trades now, 2 or 3 wins at this point. But some of them, one of them I just kind of stayed out of purposely. Then the one I just missed coming back from the printer, and then that first one I just definitely just missed. But I am like seeing things quicker without having to look down at my cheat sheets as much. Because my rules are pretty easy to remember, but like I've said in previous streams, because I'm still kind of developing it and making the final tweaks, what was a rule this week wasn't last week, or vice versa. So, yeah, that sometimes gets to me. Sometimes gets to me. And it's why I need a cheat sheet in the first place. Did that current low? No, it came one tick from retouching the current low. It's just amazing to see how fast the market moves when it first opens, and then it just slows down like, hey, you can now watch me very easily without your eyes crossing. All right, I'm getting some divergence off of the new low. As long as it doesn't come down and hit this VWAP, I should be fine. But typically, if I'm getting into divergence, the only time I'm okay with it hitting the VWAP, wicking off of it, is if it's a new high or low. But we'll see. It did just push off of this support level. Ooh. Come on. No? Yes? No? It wasn't that strong of a move down, even though it pushed off of the bottom of the support level. It's about to hit my mid level here. It just did. Hopefully it can push through it, but we'll see. And what is this? 943. All right. It almost looked like it didn't want to go. Just hit my major level up there and just took off real fast. That's the major, mid, and minor levels. I don't draw them as often because now that the market is volatile again, they move so much. Anytime you see me draw circles, that just means that whatever happened there like invalidated my setup for the reversal. Like, so this, the way that it closed on my minor level, it invalidated the next sale, possibly. Right now, it definitely invalidated it. If it pushes down from here. Or sometimes I'll circle like if it's a double top or double bottom, or if it wicks off of the VWAP, because sometimes when that happens, I'm looking for a certain level of volume to validate the trade going back towards whatever level it is. So that, like I said, that invalidated this sell coming down. My major level is right here. It's trying to hold it down. Who knows if it will, but it's not a valid trade for me. Now, this buy that's happening right now, if it closes at 88, if it gets up to 88.50, this is the same trade that I lost yesterday. And I just wasn't paying attention to what the chart looked like at the time. I don't know what I was thinking. This could very well go, but most of the time this is not going to win, because even though I'm getting to a buy, because my minor trend is a buy right now, all of my levels are out of order. So anytime, anytime I'm getting into a trade based on what the minor trend looks like, I have to make sure that my minor level is in front of the mid level, is in front of the major level. If any of those are out of order, the trade is going to lose. It's just as simple as that. And I just really wasn't paying attention to it yesterday, if I'm being completely honest. I wasn't, until I started to go through my trade journal, and then I was like, oh, well, that wasn't right. That wasn't right at all. And typically when I see the levels out of order, that's when consolidation is going to happen. So it got out of order right here, and it's been consolidating ever since, as you can see. I do plan to do the first daily update today, and what I'll probably do is go ahead and include the commentary from yesterday. So today's video is going to be a little bit longer than it would typically be just because I'm combining both days. But then after that, it'll probably be like depending on how many trades and stuff that I take, it'll probably be between like 10 to 15 minutes. Because what I want to do is show the account balances with the account dashboard indicator that I have, because it shows like how far or close I am from being funded or from hitting my trail and drawdown. I really want to show that part specifically, and then also just kind of run through my trade journal to show you guys that, and then also my trades just to kind of show my trades, especially the trades that I took before I got onto the stream, and then just kind of show the stats from the trade performance in NinjaTrader. I just think that that's helpful, especially if you're watching somebody on their journey, whether they are just starting out, whether they are experts, intermediate, whatever. But I feel like when people are sharing their trade journey on the internet, I just think it's really cool to be able to see all of the progress that they're making, whether it's a P&L progress, whether they are getting better with their entries or they're finally funded. Like, I want to be able to show all of that because a lot of people look for that kind of stuff. So still having some consolidation. If it pushes down more, I'll be back looking for sales. I'm just waiting for my minor level to get back in front of the mid level because they're at the same exact level right now. It just changed to a downtrend, but if this pushes up to bring the pullback for the sale, I probably won't get into it, only because those levels are the same right now. And I don't know if I even saw that very much in my back testing, maybe once. So I would rather just pretend like it's just not valid. And if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. I'm just not going to get into it. We're back at the support level from earlier. What am I looking for? $1,045. I don't think it's going to produce enough to hold anyway. Because it needs to pull back here no matter what. If we could stall enough here, I actually am going to get into the sale, because it's a pullback to my minor level, but it's also the mid level. So if it pulls back to the mid level, whatever is needed for the minor pullback doesn't really matter anymore. But we'll see. We might just push up and keep going and say to hell with the sale. to be 1045. I was supposed to babysit today, but my niece and nephew, their grandpa is going to keep them again today, so I might take me a good nap. I go to sleep like around 1:45, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm right back up at 8. But that's because if I sleep too much or go to sleep too early, oh, I can't take a nap. My friend wants to play the game. That's who called me earlier. Never mind. Scratch that. Scratch that. That idea is gone. All right, the sell is at 72.50. If it doesn't push back up. Okay. Well, that was that. All right, no buys because of that. With that push down, my minor level has gotten back in front of the mid level, so that's good. How fast was that? 3705. 3705. That was literally like, what, 1.1 seconds? $8.94. I need a pullback to here in order for me to look for sales again. So see, like the way that this pushed off of my minor level up here, that's why I didn't, excuse me, get into the divergence here. And also there wasn't enough volume coming down to get to the new low of the session. So both of those invalidated this buy, and that would have definitely lost. Need a little bit more of a push to look for the divergence buy. When I looked yesterday, oh my goodness, that's where most of the blood came from yesterday, was off of the counter trend trades. I think I only won like maybe one or two, and the rest lost. But you gotta take what the market gives you. One particular setup might be good today and not the next day, and vice versa. So, excuse me. I get a 1 bar pullback entry, it'll be at 44. I don't get a whole lot of those setups at the moment. All right, so that's gone. I'm gonna need quite a bit of a stall unless it gets back to my mid-level. I'll need it to stall quite a bit here. 16. 16, 13. This pushes down right now. I'm not getting it. I'm not doing it. Oh, yeah, that would be impossible for me to. All right, well, now it's a little different. Still can't. All right, so if I get into a sell, it needs to pull back there, which it just did. Okay. What is this? 70. That's back to the 4th support level. See if we can hold. Nope. And we did not. I do want to, let me see something, because I just put these back on my chart yesterday, the support levels, well, really last night. And that's the same trade that I just lost at 9 o'clock, taking the divergence at my major level with the support level there with it, and they both lost. So I might have to look into that for sure. For sure. Is that an order? Must have been out of my mind. It actually is in order. 1057. Yeah, that's happened twice now, so I want to make note of that. And I'll probably in my Excel sheet where I enter like all of my trades or whatever, I'm probably going to go back to yesterday and make note of any time that happened as well to see. Because I feel like when things line up like that, when you have such a major pullback for the continuation, I feel like when it's supported by like a VWAP or, and I could be wrong, but this is just my hunch. When it's supported by a VWAP or like a support or resistance level, I don't feel comfortable getting into this sell right now. So I'm gonna stay out of it. But I feel like when that happens, it's like price really wanted to continue, but it was only stopped by the support or resistance level. So my thought process is it's probably not a valid trade if it has to be supported by a VWAP or a support level. That's just my thought process. At least with the major pullbacks. And yep, I didn't feel comfortable and I was right. And let me say, I didn't do it from like a psych perspective or like a mental thing. It's because I have a different rule like for this same mid-level pullback. I just didn't write it under that particular setup, but I kind of figured it would react the same way and it did. Hmm. Two. Still in order. It's just the opposite, but still in order. I really want to look at that though. That is what many, many hours of chart time does to you. You just notice specific patterns and it's like, hey, I just lost that same way. What's up? See if we can push through these levels right here. We could push through my major level at 72.70. Never mind. I was gonna say if we could push through it, I think I'll be fine. See, like this is a divergence trade to continue down. It's just a bigger pullback basically, but it was stopped. My major level is here. It was stopped by a VWAP. All right, so now I would be a little bit more comfortable taking it. Is it counting my commissions today? It is, okay. 64. See if we get a push down or if it's gonna change into an uptrend. I am still looking for a sale, as you can see. See if the VWAP can hold it down. I just hit my major and minor levels. I can't get into buys, so come on. Push it back down. Nope. Yeah, I hit both my levels right here and just took back off the other way. It didn't quite come down to the support level, but I do want to and what was the other? Oh, pretty good session so far. I still got an hour left. Just kind of keeping in the front of my mind. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? 79, 75. How did I get I shouldn't have gotten stopped out of that actually. Unless this is reading wrong, because my stop loss should have been at 80.75 and the high of this was 80. What? Was my entry wrong? No. Okay, that's super weird. I'll look at that later. Because what? I'm so confused. Alright, whatever. That's so weird. What is this? 605. That is really weird. Open is 79.75. So 80.50 should have been my stop loss. No? I am so confused. What is my stop loss? 22. No, my stop loss was 80, but I'm trying to figure out how. $23. I'll have to look into that because my stop loss shouldn't have been that. Or I could just be having a brain freeze. Brain fart. Because what? I'm so confused. It still stopped me out to the tick and then went to my take profit. But I don't want to change my stop loss and take profit anymore. I like where it's at. If I get those occasional once every couple weeks, I'm cool with that. Let's push into try to change to an uptrend, but I'm gonna try to get into this last sale if it pulls down here. Oh. I'm still really confused about that. So even if I draw, yeah, it literally put my stop loss in the wrong place. What the hell? Because it's 23 ticks from there because I go one tick in. That's really awkward. And that's really going to bother me. I don't like that. I'm going to draw a big circle there so I can remember to come back to that. All right, so we've lost some profit right now. Still green. I'm low-key mad about that trade because I don't know how my stop loss wasn't in the correct place. I'm going to have to go back and watch the stream to see what happened because, yeah, I don't know. Don't push from my minor level, and you did. Yeah, there's something wonky going on. Look at this. Look. I'm not even in the trade anymore, as you can see, but I am on the screen. What the fuck? I'm not in the positions tab on Rhythmic. What is going on? Yeah, I think I'm going to be done for the day because this is a no for me. I'm not even in a position at all. I'll even show you guys. Like I'm not in a position. What the hell? Hello? So I just clicked flatten all and then it put me into a trade going right back. Yeah, we're done for the day. Because I'm not dealing with that. Like, Rhythmic and their issues is so annoying. I'm going to probably take one more trade, and if it does the same thing, I'm done. I'm done. How do you put me into a trade? I guess maybe because I flattened a trade that's not there. But what else can I do? Because you're showing that I'm in a trade that I'm actually not in. This is one of the downsides of trading with prop firms to me because the issues that I get with Rhythmic, I never got in my personal accounts on NinjaTrader ever. And I mean ever. Ever. Like, this is insane. And it doesn't make sense. I knew that there was something wrong because I know what my stop loss is from my entry. All I do is look at the open of my reversal bar and I add 3 ticks to it. It's that simple. My stop loss should have been at 80.50, but I got stopped out at 80. How? The high of the bar was 80. Then you get into another trade and you're still in a trade that you're actually not in. And I just showed you all proof that is showing I'm in a trade that I'm not in. Like, this is annoying. Just so annoying, man. This is another reason why I'm glad I'm live streaming now. Because when things like this happen, I have the recording to show proof. And you know it's a ghost order because if that just happened on my my leader account, it never put this order right here, it never put that in my followers because it wasn't in order. I'm flattening all, which means I didn't use close all, I used flatten all. So if I use flatten all, there's no reason why I should be get put into an opposite trade. That does not make sense. I flattened everything. There's no orders in Rhythmic. How did I get here? It's just freaking ridiculous. So freaking frustrating. Like, I get that tech issues, they're bound to happen, but the number of issues that happen with Rhythmic and even Tradeovate for some people is just absurd to me. I don't know if Rhythmic can't handle the volume of Apex. I don't know what it is, but it's clear to me that you can't. We shouldn't have issues every month. And as much as they try to say like, oh, well, it's not an outage across the board. If we have 100,000 users and only a couple hundred are having problems, well, then it's not a widespread issue. Yes, it is. It is. Because if you have hundreds of people that are in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, who all have different types of equipment, who all have different types of internet, and they're all having issues at the same exact time, it doesn't matter that all 100,000 of your users or 50,000 of the 100,000 are having issues. That does not matter at all. I've had them tell me that it has to be my equipment or my internet. How? I have 650 megabytes per second upload and download speed. My computer is a gaming laptop with 64 gigs of RAM. I keep Process Lasso on to make sure that NinjaTrader is the only app that has high priority. You're not going to tell me I have an i9 Intel processor, octa-core. Are you sure? Are you sure it's my equipment? No. No, no, no. And I'm sorry for ranting, but I have a friend, a trading friend, who literally yesterday, she was in, she has the same, let me grab it. Where is it? She has this same thing on her chart, right? And it shows what your lag is. And so she put it on each of the instruments. All of her instruments were fine except the Nasdaq had like a 2-minute delay, but none of the other ones did. And she gets into a buy and is immediately down $150, even though the price is exactly where it is on her screen. You know, just things like that is just absurd to me. And I won't understand it. She also, I think it was Friday, she was in a trade that was going in her direction of the trade. Like she was in profit, but it was showing that she was in a lost trade. I just don't understand. I don't. I don't. I don't. And it's so freaking annoying. So annoying. Like if I knew that was going to do that, I would have just stayed in this ghost trade that I'm not supposed to be in. I would be in profit right now. And I don't see anybody in the Discord talking about Rhythmic right now. It's just irritating, man. So freaking irritating. It just really fucked up my mood. Please, Rhythmic, don't screw me anymore. I really want to finish this trading session. I really do. Looking for a buy continuation off of this divergence at my mid-level at 0.50. Hopefully we can get the full push. That stupid crap. That really just bothered me. Because why do I have to deal with that? Why, man? Why? Why? I really do need to go back and see what my stop loss was showing on the screen. Because honestly, I don't pay attention to it a lot of times because I just, as long as I look at where my entry is, I should know that my stop loss is where it's supposed to be. So I'm very curious to see where it was. Because if I got stopped out of that trade for no reason, that will piss me off. For sure. For sure. Just got another pullback to my mid-level, but the entry would be 450, but I kind of needed to. All right. Now I'm not. No longer looking for that. No longer looking for that. No, that would be this one. We're just kind of bouncing between my levels here. They are here to here. All right, not looking for that buy either. The goal is to stay green for the day. What time? Yeah, right after 10 o'clock. What? Damn. All right, we just pull back to my major level here. Looking for divergence to have it continue going up with a entry at 98. Oh, they really ruined my mood. I was in such good spirits, even taking the losses and everything. But when shit like that happens, it just ruins my mood. Because why do you have to not work how you're supposed to? I'm confuzzled. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's not gonna hold. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's just gonna stop me out to the tick again. Now that'll piss me off. You know what? Like, are my settings wrong? But then why wouldn't... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know at this point. Oh, that was a valid trade actually. It's gonna stop me out. I'm actually kind of over trading right now. I think not like over trading, but I'm over it. So I just moved that to break even because if it hits my break even, I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm just done. Yeah, I think I'm done. And I think that I don't know if I want to continue trading after 10 o'clock. As much as I typically after 10 o'clock, yeah, the market slows down, but open, what is that? 90. Yeah, the market slows down, but I still typically get pretty good entries, but like even yesterday, most of the trades I think I took after 10 o'clock were losses. Now, granted, some of them were invalid trades, but let me look at my trade performance today. So after 10 o'clock, I took 4 trades. 3 of them would have been losses. That one that I just got into would have been a loss as well. Yeah, I don't know if I want to continue trading after 10 o'clock. I think what I'm going to do is go through my back testing to see, because the other thing is like time, right? So even if my back testing shows that like, hey, after 10 o'clock, you win, let's say 70% of the time. But then when you start adding in like this week, well, then that drastically changes the data pool or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I want to continue doing it because I might not. I might not. It might not be worth the extra hour. I feel like it would, but if most of my really good setups are happening before 10 o'clock, then why push it, you know? That'll give me an extra hour to do what I want in life as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out this whole stop loss issue as well because what I'm actually thinking is Something got changed in my ATM, possibly. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna have to see. But I'm definitely gonna stop trading here because I don't even feel, especially with the things that was just happening and just like my overall mood is just, I'm annoyed at this point. I'm gonna stop trading here. Hard enough catching good entries, but dealing with system. Yeah, I'm extra frustrated. And honestly, I'm like the type of person where this kind of stuff, well, let me say this. Issues that arise where it's out of my control, that frustrates me. If I'm just losing just because my setup ain't right, or hey, I need to tweak something in my strategy, anything like that, I'm good because that's something that I can control. I can backtest more. I mean, I can't control the market. You get what I'm saying? But I can backtest more and figure out if I need to tweak anything to make things better. I'm cool with that. And I'm a big advocate for reminding people that, technology is never 100% because it's man made. However, when things start glitching and happening out of my control, then I get irritated. And even though it's not going to affect, like, I trade like a robot. If it's not my setup, unless I just completely forget something, if it's not my setup, I'm not trading it. So it's not like my emotions are going to affect my trading as far as like me entering incorrectly or anything like that. It's just the fact that like my mood is down now. So, yeah, I just don't want to trade anymore. I think I'm going to have to look into a couple of things. One being my ATM because I don't know what the hell. Um, but yeah, I think my whole mood just really changed when the I got put into that stupid trade that had nothing to do with me. You guys can see on the screen that Ninja Trader is showing that I'm in the trade. I pulled my rhythmic positions right onto the screen to show that hey, I'm not in a position on rhythmic. But then you look, and as soon as I hit flatten all, it takes me out and puts me in an opposite position. How the hell? Why the hell? I don't know because it's an order that shouldn't even be there anyway. So I don't know. But we ended green. Yes, trenches. We ended green. Do what you need to do, but it's great to trade with you live. You as well. You as well. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. We ended green. I'm happy about that. Think there's like 3 wins that are missing out of my P&L, so that sucks, but it is what it is. I'm cool with that too. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your trading session. I'm not trading this last 30 minutes. It is what it is. I'm just going to keep it moving. I'm going to go ahead and write in my trade journal, fix the online journal, because with the online journal, I make it to where all of my trades import as an unknown setup, and then I just go and I categorize everything afterwards. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good luck with the rest of your trading session. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Later.